You know, sometimes people suck. Like a lot. We've done charity drives in the past. Given away art from John. Given away a couple of books. Shit from The Secret. I've never had as many problems with a charity drive as I have with this one. This one is crazy. Let me take you on a journey of a fucking charity drive. We started this thing. This is an idea I had that John went along with. Took this print. I had this print made. This was a pain in the ass. I had a transparency from The Secret, which are rare. You don't ever see those. It's what the company uses, like, to make the book. The photos that you see in the book are used via a transparency, and what it is basically like this, like, super high quality photo of the paintings that's printed out in a couple of different ways. One's something called a 5-color sheet, which is each color. Let me show you. I gotta get it out. So one is a 5-color sheet, which is each color that's used. This is a small one. This isn't what was used. Which is each color that was used to make the book is printed on a separate transparent sheet. Like, this is black. This is blue. This is red. This is yellow. It's fine. I got more. That specific 5-color sheet that just went behind a print from John was Byron's, oddly enough. It was the one that sat on Byron's desk. In fact, if you look at it, so this one was not the one that was used to make the print. This one specifically was given to Byron as a proof to show him, what it would look like. And if you look, like, up at the top, you see little marks and shit. Those are in Byron's hand, and they're defects, basically. Defects in the printing process that he wanted to point out. So he circled them and wrote a little note on the back, sent them back off, and had this made. This is a full color transparency. It's one sheet. I'm not taking that one out. I only got one. It's one sheet, one piece of transparent paper. The actual painting printed on it. About as high a quality as you can get. Like, it's perfect. This is the most perfect copy of the painting that you could get. Anyway, not everybody can do shit. It's old. Transparencies are old. So I had to find an a printmaker who could deal with old transparencies, and they have to use something called a drum scanner to scan it. I don't know what the hell that is. And this thing's 40 years old. They had to clean it. There wasn't really any touch-ups. It wasn't faded. It was pretty perfect, but they had to clean all the dust and shit off of it. Get that thing scanned. That was several $100s, and then several hundred more for the print. Anyway, did that. Made a plan with John for John to sign it. I actually went to I figured it was a sensitive thing, so I went to Connecticut and talked to John while John was in Connecticut. And I was we came up with a plan. He was sure, that's fine, just mail it to me and I'll sign it. I ended up going to Cleveland anyway, so I took it with me. Drug that thing, that fucking print on my carry-on all the damn way to Cleveland. Rented a car, to Pittsburgh. Rented a car, drove it to Cleveland. Had John sign it, drove it back, carried it through my carry-on. Came back and set up this GoFundMe thing. Now, originally, what I wanted to do was set this up through the UJA so that people donated directly to the UJA. instead of donating to like a GoFundMe or to PayPal, because GoFundMe and PayPal take out fees. And I thought that was kind of shitty. Like, people are donating to Byron, shouldn't have fees. But UJA couldn't give me the data that we needed. Like, at the end of the day, I needed to know who donated and how much they donated so I could do all of this raffle shit. But UJA couldn't do that, which I understand. They're a charity. They can't just give out that information. Even if it was like understood that that was the purpose. Because like maybe somebody just random was donating or whatever, you know, and they weren't affiliated with any of this or whatever. They just wanted to give some money, and now all of a sudden, like, their donation information's out there public. So I get it. So we had to set up a GoFundMe. And that's sort of when the problems started. We set up a GoFundMe, and I noticed shit started getting reported as like a scam. We got reported on Facebook and had to deal with Facebook. We got reported on GoFundMe, and that was when we had to shut down donations, because with donations shut down, you can't really report a donation drive if they're not accepting donations. So we had to shut down the donation drive. I had to give GoFundMe all kinds of tax information and like my copy of my ID and all of my personal information and all of the shit to prove to them it wasn't a scam, which was fine. And all the while, like, it kept getting reported. It was weird. What pissed me the fuck off was when someone reported it to UJA as a scam. And I got threatened with a lawsuit from UJA. Luckily for me, once I got this certified letter from UJA's lawyers, I had already made a bunch of payments. We had already given UJA like $3,000. So when I called the lawyer for UJA, she was like, all right, you're giving us money. We know it's not a scam. She had me add some extra stuff to the GoFundMe, like that I wasn't affiliated with UJA. Like anybody thought I would be, or whatever. Justin wants to know what's the basis of the scam complaints. I don't know. So the bad thing is, like, you get a report and people, like, Facebook didn't do a whole lot. Facebook doesn't do a whole lot of anything. GoFundMe basically started an investigation. They sent me a couple emails and started an investigation. They don't ever tell you exactly who did anything, and they don't ever tell you exactly what they said. So I don't know what the basis was. Anyway, I've never been threatened with a lawsuit from representative of Byron Price before. That's fucking weird. Anyway, after it's all said and done, we raised some money. We raised $5,513 for Byron. Put up with a lot of shit for it, but we did. Fucking, I hate people, man. I hate people. I hate people who can't just like, let's do something good. No, we gotta ruin it. What's the point? Anyway, now that that's out of the way, let's see who wins. All right, so there's two things here. You'll notice two things on the windows. You'll notice here is the GoFundMe page. We raised $5,513. You notice over here is a list of names. You can't fucking see that. You can't see my mouse pointer. Over here on the right is a list of names that starts at 1, Justin Sturdivant, and goes all the way. Like, if you want to check my math later on, you can pause and count your names. It goes all the way down. Jesus Christ, there's so many names. To 500 or 5,513. It's 5,513 names. There is a random name picker. I've been having internet problems, so I'm gonna try to refresh this page, and it'll probably like time out. But whatever, I just want to refresh it to make sure you guys know that Yep, see, I knew it would fucking time out. There we go, refreshed. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go back over here to this. Click. Wrong thing. Click Control A, Control C, come back over here, and Control V. You will notice that it says amount of names 5,513. Filter duplicate names is not checked. That screwed me up last time. I'm gonna click Shuffle Names because it's the fairest way to do this. So you'll notice like everybody's names are still in there. They're just shuffled up. They're not in big groups anymore. And you'll notice down here it still says 5,513 names. So this is the end of my fucking headache with this thing. Let's pick a name. That's not gonna fuck. Caroline Ewan. Caroline Ewan wins. Copy unique link. I'm gonna post this shit on Facebook just so everybody knows that it's legit and comes from the website. Hang on. Oh, Jesus Christ. I'm trying to fucking do all the names again. No, that's not gonna work. Copy unique link. It's still fucking pasting it's pasting all the names. Copy unique link up here. No, see, yeah, it's copying all the names. What's the deal? Copy link. Okay, let's make sure this goes to the right place. There we go. Done. I don't ever want to do this again. I don't ever want to do this again. I'm sick of it. People are shit. Like, people are shitheads. I don't ever want to do it again. You guys have a good night.